What's up, everyone? We're here with the one, the only red man, Travis Washburn, representing Gamers R Us. He came and he played.
I played good old U7 Goku. I know it's like the hype right now, but it's a red deck, and I've been playing it since it was announced, and I fucking love this deck. It is.
He printed it out in his wrong color printer because every character had gray hair.
Yep, but it was a nice piece of paper to test with it. Played with it for like months, ready for it to come out, and I freaking this deck is so much fun. I think it's the most fun I've had in this game.
The best deck currently, or at least by far the most represented. Definitely tier one. Definitely tier one.
Yes, for sure. The meta's actually pretty open. We got like a couple decks that are around King Piccolo, this Gogeta Xeno, King Cold if you're playing as Butters, and like a couple other like good decks. Trunks is really good. Yellow Trunks. Sin. It's a good meta. It's a good meta. Alright, so we'll go through the deck profile here. Of course, this is, Goku. I'm sure you all know what he does by now. He's all nice and pretty. So I did opt to, as much as I hated it, I actually prefer playing a unison-less package. But I did decide to play Jiren. It's just, if you can actually establish this on like your awaken turn, if you're going first, you drop this on 3 and you awaken, you're in such a commanding position that you can just really control the game. Like, you slow everything down, and it gives you access to Videl, which Videl is insane. You can go, cool little tricks like Goku window 1, Videl window 2 to neg 35 against the 8-drop Goku, or you can, if you have his auto still pending, you can neg secret rare. So like you have a lot of like really powerful board control actions with that. So I think it's the unison to run. You can play Sin Shenron, it's okay. I thought about playing 2 and 1 Sin, but now, as people know, like on my decks, I don't like a lot of negates, so I opted for just a 2-2 split. I'd rather every card in my hand be a 5K. Most of the time, I play very, very few 10Ks. When I'm going in, I want to be able to dump my entire hand. This split I think is fine. Then you change out depending on your meta. Like you can slide Violent Rays, which you'll see later on. So like there's a lot of different options, but these felt like the best 2 options. Then we'll go through like the core. For these, I like playing 8 1-drops just because so you can almost guarantee see a play on turn 1. I will keep a 1-drop in the mulligan because you don't want to just draw a pass. I hit him a decent number of times in the rounds, so it's definitely worth playing. You can think about the Android 18, but I think this is the cut. Definitely play 8. I do play a 60 card list. 2 Koitsukai. These are the main because you're a mill deck, and this just completely wrecks a lot of matchups. All your yellow matchups, King Piccolo, card's really, really good. I think.
King Cold if you face Butters.
Yes, plays Butters. He hits freaking cooler counterplay, guys. Freaking Butters. All right, but 2 is fine. You don't really need more. 4 super combos, Sparking because you turn them on life. You can win games at 8 life. I did win 1 game with 8 life. It's just you don't have to take damage in this deck if you don't need to. Yeah,
we were talking about it. We think the leader should have been when you awaken, you take life down to 5, but it's not. So here we are.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm playing 5 vanillas. I opted to play these ones because I don't have shiny Vegetas. Anybody has shiny Vegetas? Okay. So I felt like 5 was just a good core number, and then I'm playing 5 of the challengers to go with it. It's just I liked 4 and 4, but I wanted to go a little bit more consistent. You can play 6 vanillas, 4 challengers, but I just like when I would use these, I always want to combo with these pretty much. So
4 18s because technically you might cast it.
Yes, I have casted this card against Hatchiyak because it has barrier, just gives you an extra 5K every turn. So
very good.
Why not play it? Then the 1-ofs, I'm just playing just a 1 Vegeta. If you guys don't know, this is a U7. Whenever after turn 3, as long as both players have 3 energy, when you combo with this card, you can pay after the battle. You can choose to if you want. You can pay 1 to resend your leader and just give it 5K for the turn. So like, if you get like panned and you can't swing battle cards anymore, this just gives you a second leader swing, which is really, really good. And its second effect is you can pay 1 to give a battle card neg 10 during battle. So it's functionally a 10K against battle cards if you really need it to be. And since I just play 1 because if you like I said, if you get panned, you can just leader skill pick this up and drop and go in. Then you're going to the standards. 4 of these and 4 of these. I actually think this is by far the best card out of all of the U7 1-mana guys. He's a counterplay, he draws a card for no reason. The only limit is on the counter, so you can still just play these on your turn, kill a guy, draw a card. Android 17 is a double striker and adds a card, which is really awesome. But because he's 15K, he actually just gets counterplayed a lot. Like in the mirror, you play this, they're just going to counter it with Goku and kill it. I did whiff on this twice, which is weird because I played 46 U7s, or 44 U7s, but it can happen. You play it because it's still a one-mana double striker, but I think it actually is the worst one other than maybe Vegeta. 3 Videl. This card is just freaking insane with Jiren. You get so much board control off negating 20 on the auto. I already talked about how you can chain your sequences to kill 35Ks, so it's like I almost want to play 4 of this card. It's just so good. 2 Vegeta. I felt like going with a 2 Vegeta, 2 Koichikai split was your best answer to all the floodgates, because a lot of time you actually want them to play the floodgate and then to stop it, rather than prevent them from playing it at all with Koichikai. So I feel like 2 and 2 is fine. Card's just really good. And then 1 Consecrated KO Ken. He comes up if you ever play against like a weird slug deck. You can also cast it for 3 to board clear in the mirror. But it doesn't come out too often. I feel like 1 in the main is fine. I side the second one for in case I play something random where it matters. 1 new ruler. You only play 3 unisons, but why not play the new ruler? If you happen to draw it with your Jiren, you get a free 20k double strike, and yeah. The 1 of Champa, I still play the 1 Champa. I know I'm a mill deck. I'll just, if I see this in the mulligan, I'll keep it a lot of the time. Because you still just win a lot of games off of just randomly giving your leader double strike or giving it to Divine Presence. Because they can't remove Divine Presence. So it's just the 1 of Champa. Everyone knows 1 of Champa. 4 Frieza, he's the second best of the ones you can play. Dual attack is better than double strike in almost every situation nowadays. Yeah, everyone knows what he does by now. I opted to go with 3 Divine Presence. I know people go back and forth on this card, but I actually think this card is insanely good. I've dropped it almost every round, especially when you're on the play. When you're playing 5-5 challengers, you're going to get your 2 in combo area to play it. It's just...
And it searches at another vanilla.
Yeah, it searches vanilla. Playing the 5 vanillas is just nuts. Like, I don't know. I feel like this card's really good. I know people go back and forth, but I think this card is a must-have in this deck. I love this card. I like I said, almost every game I play this card. 2 of Vegeta. He is definitely the worst card in the deck, but he's worth playing. He kills Poutine. I did actually have a weird game where like I played it and I killed 2 15Ks in King Piccolo. I just cast it for 2 and killed 2 guys, which is cool. Like I said, he's pretty much in here just to kill Poutine. You could play 1 if you really wanted to, but I feel like 2 is a fine number. Then we go into our big bombs. I've just played 2 of the Goku and 1 of the Vegeta. 3 win conditions is all you really need because your leader skill can always just pick whichever one you want. They are all ridiculous. So like I said, I want to minimize the number of 10Ks in my deck. There's a total of 4 10Ks, which is the 3 of these and the Champa. And then my 4 extra cards, 3 Jirens. Everything else in the entire deck is either a super combo or a 5K. Because I want to be able to use every card in my set.
Nice. What do you think of the new secret?
Which one?
The secret.
Of this?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's how I lost to Rios in my top 8 matches playing King Piccolo. I thought I was in complete control of the game, and then he just played this, and well, I couldn't out combo it, so I died. Yeah, so this card is just insane in any red deck. Some people play Brawly, but like Brawly, you have to actually hard draw. This card is just so much better. Yeah.
Let's talk about the event.
Oh, we got our side deck.
Oh, side decks. I forgot.
It's a best of 1 side deck.
That's right.
Which was fantastic.
Yeah, you got the legendary card in there.
Yeah. Violent Rays, sided in for every black deck. You can side it in for the mirror.
Probably gonna side 4.
I think I'm just gonna go to 4 of it. Like against both the black decks I played 2 in Swiss. I only ever activated 1, but it won me the game the turn I activated it. So I think we just side 4. So make sure we see it in those matchups. 2 Realm of the Gods. It's in there for like Sin Shenron and a couple other like just random things. I sided in like a lot of here and there. It's an okay card. You can also play Gigantic Meteor, but this card is just, it's pretty. 2 Crown. I sided here I expected some blue, but blue was very underrepresented at this tournament. I still sided in against Cooler. I played against Trey in round 6 and in top 16. I came in really clutch there. Getting hand knowledge is really good, but I feel like 2 is enough. It's just a fine card. The best card in the side deck is Shu. I still love my Shu. Now, this card hits so many things in the meta if you really think about it. If you're going first, like I wish you could know if you're going first before side decking. Because this hits Dragon Balls against Shenron. It hits both Trunks and Vegeta in the yellow Trunks deck. It hits in black. It hits Oceanus. It hits the new Pan and the Xeno Trunks. It hits what's it called? Piano and King Piccolo. there's so many cards. That
Berry
are just
blue.
like, yeah, a berry blue. Yep. The fact that it counters any 5K. Like in your matchups against like Xeno Trunks, for example, you can't Vegeta until turn 3 because you need a 3 energy, but you can still stop Pan and Oceanus with this on turn 2.
Yeah, it's not because he's online turn 1.
Yeah.
The counterpart to that is Dodoria, who you even have to have a Unison in play for.
Yeah, there's no. This card is really, really good. People need to like respect the shoe. I played against a one Trunks Vegeta during Swiss, and I went first, and I opened this, and then I played BMS on 2, and like it was the most one-sided game I've ever played.
You shoot his yellow on 1,
yes,
and then you played BMS and watched him cry.
Yeah, it was the most unfair game I've played, I think, ever. Actually, it was not a good. I felt bad. The one Kaken, the second one, just again, if you're playing against a random like slug decks, you never know when you might want it.
Probably be set out for that Valor Race.
I don't know if this will come out for it. I'll probably keep this in. You can still, like, in matches where Vegeta's bad, you can take out Vegeta for this. You know,
Okay.
It's better. 2 BMS. It's just BMS. I don't know why a lot of people like aren't citing this card. This card should be everywhere. It's really, really, really good against King Piccolo. It's really good against all the yellow Trunks. It's just such a, like, they can't play the game in yellow Trunks with this card on the board. So, I don't know. Then Tuameki Kabura. This is what's coming out for the Violet Rays. Initially, I put this in the deck expecting Injured 18 mil because you could play this to call Frieza, but then they errated Frieza, and I decided to play anyway. I did side it in for Gogeta, Xeno, but it didn't really come up. So this is probably going to be where the next 2 Violent Rays are. And the last 2 cards were 2 Haru. This card actually is very, very good because you can get sneaky like secret plays. When you're playing against yellow, you could like swing your leader, if they like riposte you can counter the riposte with a Vegeta, and then play this for 3, untap 4 so that you can secret rare them. You could do cool things where you do a chop on your leader, and then restand to play this to put them dead. But yellow was very it's just not. It looks like it's mostly going to be a red meta right now, so this will probably come out. It is neat if yellow picks back up, but this is probably going to be like maybe a 3rd shoe.
Did you side for that for Shinramon?
I did not.
Okay.
That matchup is just, I don't really want to get to turn 4. I'd like to kill them before then, ideally.
Fair enough. I was just thinking the Realm of the Gods and then doing that for Haru, and then tapping to 4 and then playing that.
It does work.
Haru is pretty sick.
But I don't know.
I still hate her.
Yeah.
Green players.
Yeah. It's still around. Okay, there we go.
That's the whole deck.
That's the list.
U7, there's definitely a ton of them.
Okay,
there's, how many? Half of Top's cut, right? Around there?
This is 4 or 5.
Okay, so not too long, about a quarter at least.
Yeah.
But speaking of quarters, a quarter of the top cut was all people from Gamers or our Florida locals.
Our whole team, top the event, playing 4 different colors.
Power Rangers.
Butter's playing green, Brandon playing black, who won the whole event. Congratulations, Brandon. Finally got his big dub, so that's cool.
Travis playing red.
I'm playing red, and Alex is playing yellow.
Yeah, Kohler's probably gonna hop on, and he's playing yellow.
Yeah, so we got, we dominated the top cut and we won, which is cool. Me and Butters did unfortunately lose the top 8. Really, really good event. PPG ran it completely smoothly. I really like this best of 1 side deck format. I just feel like we should roll then side. That's the only change I'd recommend to Bandai. If we could do that change, just roll the side. Roll C's going first, then side deck.
Yeah.
Other than that, shout outs to gamers. Shout out to Eric Soletto. Me and him have been working on this build a lot online. He top 8 his event as well, so I'm happy about that. And then thanks, guys.
Yeah, shout out PPG. What do you think of the best of 1 side though?
What do I think? What?
The best of 1 side.
I like this. I love it. We need to roll first. We just need to. Because against Shu is such a good card if I'm going first, but if I'm going second, I don't want this card in a lot of matchups.
Very true.
It's still okay against black, because he hit Oceanus and Pan, but if you're against Shinron, I'm not gonna side this in if they're going first. But in this format, I had to just do it blind.
Fair.
I did hit a Dragon Ball though. It could happen.
That's nice. Yeah. All right, y'all. All right, that's gonna be it. That's the deck profile. We got U7 Goku. You'll probably see a bunch of these. Make sure to watch this one though. But all right, guys. See you next time.